just when fans thought Cardi B and Kendrick Lamar's explosive alliance had finally silenced the hip-hop villain. 50 Cent flipped the script again. After being blasted by the Bronx Queen and the Compton Prophet live on stage, 50 didn't crawl back. He doubled down. In a chilling Instagram post and a cryptic teaser video, he promised something far bigger. Round 2 is coming, and it's gonna shake the whole culture. The internet went insane. Was 50 bluffing, or was he about to unleash his most dangerous move yet? Rumors swirled of secret allies, industry legends, and a live counterstrike that could turn the tables. Hashtags like hashtag 50 Cent Revenge and hashtag Round 2 exploded across Twitter, while TikTok edits showed fans calling it the calm before the storm. Kendrick and Cardi may have celebrated their alliance, but the question is, are they ready for 50 Cent's explosive revenge? The night Cardi B and Kendrick Lamar stood side by side on stage to perform Alliance, fans swore the war was over. The Bronx Queen and the Compton Prophet had humiliated 50 Cent in front of thousands, and the internet declared them untouchable. But if history has taught us anything about 50 Cent, it's this: the man never retreats. He reloads. Less than 24 hours after Cardi and Kendrick's performance shook New York, 50 fired back, not with bars, but with something scarier. A cryptic Instagram post dropped at 3 a.m., showing nothing but a dark alley, the faint hum of the Power theme song, and white text across the screen, round to loading. At the end of the clip, a cigar lit up the darkness. Fans swore they saw 50's grin flicker in the shadows. The caption: "Queens don't bow, Queens plot. Hashtag 50 Cent Revenge." The internet erupted instantly. Within minutes, hashtags like hashtag Round 2, hashtag 50 Cent Revenge, and hashtag This AINT overtrended worldwide. Fans flooded Twitter with reactions. Bruh. 50 plotting like it's a Marvel villain scene. Cardi and Kendrick really poked the wrong giant. He teasing like this? Something massive about to drop. TikTok edits exploded too. Clips of 50's teaser were mashed with footage of Thanos snapping his fingers. Captioned, "Round 2 is inevitable." Hashtag Guatevlin. Another edit cut between Cardi Kendrick's Alliance performance and 50's teaser. The caption, "This ain't over. This the beginning." Even YouTube reactors jumped in, calling the teaser the most cinematic beef move in hip-hop history. But what really shook fans was the speculation. What exactly was 50 planning? Some believed he was working on a diss track so brutal it would eclipse Cardi's Many Men remix and Kendrick's Eulogy PT2. Others swore he was planning something bigger, a full-blown live counter-event in Los Angeles, rumored to feature surprise guests and an entire production team. Blogs wasted no time feeding the frenzy. Complex ran the headline: 50 Cent teases Round 2 after Cardi and Kendrick's alliance. XXL called it. The villain reloads, 50 Cent promises explosive revenge. Hot New Hip Hop wrote, "Is 50 about to drop a diss album?" Meanwhile, celebrities weighed in. Academics shouted on Twitch, "Bro, 50 not bluffing. Y'all forget who this man is? He thrives in war." Cardi and Dot better be ready, cause Round 2 gon' be nasty. Joe Budden countered on his podcast, "This is why 50 dangerous. He ain't just rapping, he turning beef into spectacle. That's where he wins," Ice Spice tweeted. "Now this looking scary. Cardi, be careful, sis." And then came the rumors. According to @RapInsiderBuzz, insiders claimed 50 had already locked in studio time with multiple high-profile guests. The whispers. He wasn't planning to go solo this time. He was assembling an army. Names thrown around included Eminem, The Game, and even a potential G-Unit reunion. Twitter lost its mind. If 50 brings M, Cardi and Kendrick cooked. Imagine a G-Unit reunion diss. Bro history repeating itself. Cardi and Dot better drop fast, cause 50 building Avengers. The memes went nuclear. One viral edit showed Cardi and Kendrick as Captain America and Iron Man. while 50 loomed behind them as Thanos with Eminem standing at his side. Caption: Infinity War, Hip-Hop Edition. Meanwhile, Cardi's fans, the Barty Gang, were furious. They flooded 50's Instagram with comments. "Keep her name out your mouth." Hashtag Bartagang. Cardi already ended you. Stop crying in the dark. Bronx don't fear Queens. Kendrick fans were more cautious. They warned that silence had always been Kendrick's weapon. But this time, 50 wasn't waiting around. Gotta drop soon. Fifth ain't bluffing. The suspense was unbearable. Was 50 actually scared, using theatrics to stall? Or was this the calm before a storm bigger than anyone imagined? Offset tried to cool the flames, posting on Twitter, "Ain't nobody worried. Cardi already did the damage. Gone, finish it." But even his words couldn't stop the speculation. Blogs dug deeper. One outlet claimed 50 was in talks with streaming platforms to debut a visual diss experience, not just a song, but a short film dragging Cardi and Kendrick simultaneously. The idea sent fans spiraling. He turning beef into Netflix. This man insane. Celebrities kept fueling it. Snoop Dogg commented, "Unk got something cooking. Don't play." Meek Mill tweeted, "Nah, this war too good. Don't let it end." Remy Ma threw shade at 50. Men love dragging women into their fights cause they scared to lose alone. The internet split harder than ever. Was 50 truly reloading or bluffing for clout? As one viral tweet put it, Cardi and Kendrick won the battle. But round two? Fifth might win the war. Ha! And with that, the stage was set. Cardi and Kendrick celebrated their alliance, but the villain had promised his revenge. The calm before the storm had everyone holding their breath when 50 Cent dropped that chilling teaser. The world thought Cardi B and Kendrick Lamar would laugh it off, flex their dominance, and move on. But insiders are saying the mood behind the scenes is very different. Cardi, who's never one to back down, immediately hopped on Twitter with a classic clapback. "Ain't nobody scared. 50 been teasing since mixtape days. Drop it or STFU. Hashtag BARDI gang." Her fans swarmed to back her up, flooding timelines with edits of Cardi rolling her eyes with captions like, "50 who?" And Cardi already ended him. "Sis, go back to sleep." But here's the twist. Just hours after her tweet, Cardi went live on Instagram and the vibe was nothing like her post. She looked restless, pacing around, nails tapping against her phone as she tried to hold composure. "Look, I ain't worried. But y'all know Fifth don't play games. If he coming heavy. I just gotta stay ready." The live blew up instantly. Fans clipped the exact moment her voice cracked, tweeting, "Cardi looking real nervous. Not gonna lie, she'll know Fifth plotting something crazy. This ain't the same energy as her tweet." Meanwhile, Kendrick Lamar stayed silent, at least publicly. No tweets, no lives, no statements. But according to an insider close to TDE, Kendrick was uneasy about how fast the narrative was turning. Kendrick doesn't want this to become circus beef, the source claimed. He wants to keep it lyrical. But Fifth, he plays dirty. That's what worries Kendrick. The internet noticed silence too. Fans started flooding timelines with memes of Kendrick meditating in the studio while 50 plotted with fire in the background. Hashtags like hashtag where's and hashtag Kendrick better drop trended overnight. One viral TikTok even edited Kendrick's DNA video, overlaying text, waiting for to respond while Fifth assembles the Avengers. But here's where things get even crazier. Whispers began circulating that 50 Cent wasn't just teasing a diss track, he was orchestrating a massive revenge event. Multiple blogs, including at Rap Alert HQ, claimed 50 was booking out venues in both Los Angeles and New York, with the intent of streaming a dual-location performance where he would obliterate. Cardi and Kendrick live on stage. One source described it as, "Imagine Versus but hostile. Fifth on one coast, guests on the other. Streams synced. Global audience. And at the end, the diss nobody can ignore. Fans lost their minds?" Bro plotting the first global live diss? Dot and Cardi? Gone. Need the Avengers for real. Fifth, turning beef into WWE. Cardi's team tried damage control. Offset once again took to Twitter. Stop gassing this man. He just fishing for clout. Cardi already proved her point. But fans weren't convinced, especially after Cardi deleted parts of her IG live replay just minutes after ending it. Why delete if nothing to hide? Then came Kendrick's move, or rather, his lack of one. Instead of dropping a response, Kendrick was spotted leaving a studio in Compton with baby Keem. TMZ-style paparazzi shouted questions. You scared of 50? You dropping something soon? Kendrick just smirked and kept walking, but the footage went viral anyway. Some fans saw the smirk as confidence. Others swore it looked like worry. Memes immediately spun up comparing him to Jordan Peele sweating in Key and Peele. The tension escalated further when 50 Cent liked a shady post on Instagram. The post read, "Kendrick and Cardi teaming up was cute." But Fifth been surviving whole industries against him since '03. They don't know who they playing with. That like was enough to send Twitter into a frenzy. At Rap Central posted, 50 low-key confirming he bout to end this alliance. At Culture Watch tweeted, "Imagine thinking Cardi B plus Kendrick equals unbeatable. Fifth different." And just when people thought it couldn't get more explosive, Cardi's name trended again for an unexpected reason. A leaked DM screenshot began circulating online. ALLEGEDLY showing 50 Cent messaging a well-known Bronx producer with one chilling line, "I need something for her. Make it sting." Fans immediately speculated this was aimed at Cardi. If true, it meant 50 wasn't just preparing to hit Kendrick lyrically. He was targeting Cardi with Bronx-specific dirt. The kind that cuts deep. Cardi's fans went ballistic. If he drags her family or history, that's crossing the line. Nah, Fifth went too far. This ain't beef, this harassment. 50 Cent really the final boss villain of hip-hop. The industry started reacting to Charlemagne Tha God said on The Breakfast Club. Cardi's energy on live. That wasn't confidence. That was concern. And Kendrick's silence. Y'all better believe he's calculating. Remy Ma chimed in again. 50 need to stop using women for his storylines. Handle Kendrick. Leave Cardi out. Fat Joe threw gas on the fire. Cardi and Dot. They lit. But Fifth, he a strategist. Don't sleep. All this unfolded, Twitter boiled into chaos. Hashtags like hashtag CARDIVs FIF, hashtag Dot better drop, and hashtag round to loading dominated the trending page. But perhaps the most viral moment of all came when a fan edited footage of Cardi and Kendrick's alliance performance, cutting it with 50's ominous teaser. The caption, "They thought it was over. It's only the beginning." That video alone hit 6 million views in 12 hours. The message was clear. The alliance had fans hyped. But 50's promise of revenge had the world shaking. Cardi tried to laugh it off. Kendrick stayed mysterious. But insiders claimed both were scrambling behind the scenes. The only question now, would they strike first? Or wait for 50's hammer to drop? And if 50 really was assembling an army for this war, who else was about to jump into the fire? By day 3, the whispers turned into screams. 50 Cent's ominous round to loading. Teaser wasn't just hype anymore. Insiders began leaking details that shook the culture to its core. The villain wasn't just preparing a response. He was building an army. It started with a blog post from @RapInsiderBuzz, claiming sources close to 50 Cent confirm he's been in the studio with Eminem. Talks of a joint diss record aimed at Kendrick and Cardi are already underway. The internet collapsed. Eminem, the man who once backed Kendrick publicly, if he was siding with 50? This war had just escalated into something nuclear. Twitter erupted with reactions. Nah, if M and Fifth tag team this. Cardi and Dot done. Don't miss when it comes to beef. Dot better pray this is fake. It's not rap beef no more. This World War hip-hop. TikTok edits showed Eminem's kill shot bars spliced with 50's laughing face. Captioned, "Imagine this duo versus Cardi and Kendrick." But it didn't stop there. Another insider leak claimed 50 was reaching out to old unit members for a full reunion track. The idea of Lloyd Banks, Tony Yayo, and even Young Buck coming together for a diss aimed at Cardi and Kendrick had fans losing their minds. One viral post read, "Pulitzer Pen plus Grammy Queen versus Gianette plus Shady Records. Bro, this history repeating." Cardi's fans panicked, spamming her socials. "Girl, don't let him team up. Drop first. Cardi, call Nicki, Offset. Anybody? We need backup. Fifth ain't fighting fair. This Avengers versus Justice League." Behind the scenes, the pressure was mounting. A source close to Cardi told Hollywood Unlocked, "She's furious. She feels like Fifth dragged her into something bigger than she asked for. But she ain't backing down. If he lines up allies, she line up hers too." And that's when fans started speculating a counter-alliance. Who would ride with Cardi and Kendrick? Some names instantly popped up. J. Cole fans pointed out his quiet support of Kendrick in past beefs. Remy Ma Bronx loyalty runs deep, and she'd already defended Cardi publicly. Megan Thee Stallion, known for standing with Cardi against industry pressure, Twitter flooded with dream matchups. Imagine Cardi, Kendrick, and Cole on one track. Fifth finished. Others argued that Remy Ma jumping in would be Bronx history in the making. Meanwhile, Cardi B wasn't hiding her emotions. She went live again, this time with Offset beside her. "Y'all keep talking about Eminem, this Jew unit that," she ranted. "I don't care who Fifth bring. I ain't scared of no army. The Bronx been fighting since forever. We don't fold." Offset nodded in the background, muttering, "Facts. Ain't nobody worried." But fans caught the look in Cardi's eyes. She was confident, yes. But there was tension, the kind of tension you feel before a storm hits. Kendrick, on the other hand, remained silent. Still no tweets, no lives, no statements. But his engineer accidentally leaked a blurry photo from inside the studio. The caption read, "Loading." In the corner of the shot, fans spotted a second mic stand. Was Cardi in the room with him? Theories spun out of control. One viral tweet declared, "They cooking up Alliance PT, too. And it's aimed at Eminem now. Hashtag Pulitzer and Grammy." Meanwhile, 50 continued to troll. He posted a picture of a chessboard with a caption, "Y'all ain't playing the right game. Queen's always 3 moves ahead. Hashtag checkmate." Fans immediately flooded the comments. "Eminem the Queen piece, huh?" Celebrities weighed in louder now. Fat Joe said on IG Live, "If Fifth got M, that's scary. But Dot ain't no lightweight. This gon' be blood." Snoop Dogg posted a smoking emoji with the words, "West, still standing tall. Don't get it twisted." Nicki Minaj liked a fan post mocking Cardi. "She can't win this. Junit reunion? Please." And then came the leak that broke the internet. A 20-second audio snippet surfaced on Twitter, allegedly from 50's camp. The voice was unmistakable. Eminem spitting rapid-fire bars. "You a Barbie on a budget. A prophet with a muzzle. Y'all Alliance Week? I crush it. Double trouble." Fans screamed. Was this real? Some argued it was AI. Others swore the cadence and delivery were too sharp to be fake. The clip racked up 10 million plays in under 8 hours. Cardi responded almost immediately on Twitter. "Boy, that's M? Then I know I won already. Ain't no grown man wasting bars on me." Bronx still winning. Her fans cheered. But Kendrick's silence remained deafening. The tension hit new heights when 50 announced a mysterious event. Queen's Revenge coming soon. No date, no location. Just the title in bold red letters. Blogs speculated this was the live counter-performance insiders had whispered about. Fans braced themselves for the possibility of 50 Cent Eminem and Junette standing on stage together for the first time in over a decade, united by one mission: to bury Cardi and Kendrick, as one viral tweet put it. If Queen's revenge is real, this, the hip-hop Super Bowl, history incoming. The stage was officially set. Cardi and Kendrick had shaken 50 with Alliance, but now, the villain was preparing his most explosive revenge yet. And this time, he wasn't planning to fight alone. The announcement of Queen's revenge had the entire culture shaking. No date, no venue, just 2 words in blood-red letters posted across 50 Cent's socials. But that was all it took. Fans, blogs, and industry insiders agreed something historic was about to drop. Rumors multiplied overnight. Some said it would be a Netflix-style global livestream. Others swore it was a double-venue event in New York and LA synced in real time. A few even claimed it wasn't a concert at all, but a documentary-style expose, where 50 would air never-before-seen dirt on both Cardi and Kendrick. The uncertainty only made the hype bigger. On Twitter, hashtags like #QueensRevenge, #Round2, and #50Vs the world dominated the trending page. TikTok edits turned 50 into Thanos, snapping his fingers while Cardi and Kendrick disintegrated in Avenger-style animations. But the energy inside, Kendrick and Cardi's camp told another story. Cardi scrambles behind the scenes. Cardi may have been cracking jokes on Twitter, but insiders said she was rattled. A source close to her revealed, she ain't scared of 50 lyrically, but she worried about the personal shots. Fifth got connections, and Cardi knows he digs deep. She's prepping for the worst. Offset reportedly pushed her to get ahead of it by recording a preemptive diss record. Allegedly titled Curb Check, the track would call out 50's age, his history of trolling women, and flip his own catchphrases against him. One line leaked by a studio insider supposedly goes, "Power. You lost it. We run in the charts now. Queens versus Bronx." Babe, the Bronx never backs down. Fans were split. Some begged Cardi not to poke the bear unless she was 100% ready. Others screamed for her to release it immediately, saying the best defense was offense. Kendrick's calculated silence. Meanwhile, Kendrick was building quietly. Another studio leak suggested he and Baby Keem were cooking something massive. The whispers described it as an epic, multi-part narrative track where Kendrick would dissect 50 bar by bar, layer by layer. But here's the catch. Kendrick wasn't planning to drop it until after 50's Queen's Revenge event. One insider claimed Dot wants him to empty the clip first. Then he'll come back and dismantle it. It's chess, not checkers. That strategy didn't sit well with fans. Twitter exploded with arguments. Kendrick, always strategic, but waiting too long could cost him, is about to cook the modern-day control response. Mark my words, patience is power. Y'all too thirsty? Let Fifth show his hand. The debate only fueled the hype, making this war feel less like rap beef and more like a high-stakes saga unfolding in real-time. 50 Cent drops another bomb. Then, 50 struck again. He posted a grainy black-and-white video clip on Instagram. The camera panned across a studio table, piles of old CDs, scribbled notebooks, and a laptop with a glowing file titled Revenge_Final. The video ended with 50 smirking at the camera, saying only, "They thought I was playing. Queens moves different." The internet melted. Fans spammed that smirk finna end careers. He really got a folder called Revenge_Final? I can't breathe. If Eminem's voice is in that file, GG for Cardi and Dot. Within an hour, the clip had over 12 million views. Industry in panic. Industry couldn't stay silent. CHARLAMAGNE thought, God, I'm telling you, this bout to be the biggest clash in hip-hop since Pac and Big. Cardi and Dot might not realize how far Fifth is willing to go. Funk Flex teased on Hot 97. I heard pieces of Queen's Revenge. Y'all not ready? This is not rap. This is demolition. Joe Button chimed in on his podcast. If Eminem is in it, game over. Cardi don't want those bars. Kendrick might, but at what cost? Even 50's longtime rival Ja Rule couldn't resist tweeting, Here we go again. 20 years later, 50's still playing war general. Good luck, kids. That tweet alone sparked chaos, with fans begging Ja to jump into the fray. Imagine the irony. Ja siding with Cardi and Kendrick against 50. Memes went wild. Fans start choosing sides. The internet began dividing like never before. Cardi's Barty gang posted edits of her screaming on stage with captions like Queen of the Bronx, untouchable. Kendrick's stans flooded the web with lines from The Heart Part 5, declaring he was built for this moment. But 50's fans countered with brutal memes. Cardi can't bar with 50. .2 Quiet. Silence looks like fear. Once M steps in, this alliance is done. Hashtags like hashtag Team K, DOTCARDI versus hashtag Queen's Revenge started trending globally. Twitter Spaces and Clubhouse rooms debated for hours about who would actually survive. Round 2. The cliffhanger twists just when things seemed maxed out. A mysterious flyer leaked online. It featured 50 Cent's face split down the middle with M&M's. At the bottom, bold red text read, "Live in 2 cities. Same night, same time. History begins." The leak spread like wildfire. Was this Queen's Revenge? Was it staged by 50's camp or a fan-made hoax? Cardi responded almost instantly on Twitter. "I hope this flyer fake, cause ain't nobody wasting their babysitting money to watch 50 yell on stage." But fans weren't buying the dismissal. The flyer looked too polished, too official, and the fact that neither 50 nor Eminem denied it. Suspicious, the narrative shifted fast. This wasn't just rap beef anymore. This was about legacy. If 50 pulled off a global live revenge event with Eminem at his side, he could rewrite the story of this entire feud. For Cardi and Kendrick, the pressure was suffocating. They could try to counter early, but insiders swore both camps were waiting, desperate to see what bombshell 50 was really preparing. And with every cryptic post, every leak, every silence, fans knew one thing for sure. This war wasn't slowing down. It was only getting more explosive. So now the question is, what happens next? 50 Cent has already teased Queen's Revenge. Cardi B is scrambling to fire back. And Kendrick Lamar is sitting in the shadows waiting to strike. If Eminem really is in the picture, then this isn't just a rap beef anymore. This is a full-scale war for hip-hop's legacy. Will Cardi and Kendrick unleash a counter-alliance that shakes the Bronx and Compton to their core? Or will 50 and Eminem deliver the nuclear diss that fans say could end this feud forever? The stage is set, the world is watching, and the next move could change the game. Stay tuned, because trust me, the biggest bombshell hasn't even dropped yet. #Queen's Revenge, hashtag Kendrick vs 50, hashtag CARDIB, hashtag hip hop drama at 50 Cent.
Io.
At Kendrick Lamar, at I am Cardib, at I am Cardib.